What's happening, guys? Back at you with another video. So in this video, I'm going to be ranking all the Marvel projects that came out during the year of 2021. So let's get to it. Alright, so I'm going to be ranking all the Marvel properties and projects that came out during the year of 2021. So there's a total of 9 projects that came out between movies and shows that came out in the year of 2021 for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So, going to be ranking each one. We're going to be going from the bottom to the top. All 9 projects, all 9 properties, all 9 of the movies and the TV shows that came out for the year of 2021. Let's go. Alright, so I'm going to start off by saying that this list was very, not hard for me to make, but it was very complicated a little bit for me to make. Actually, my point of view and my view on this list has changed a lot over the past few months, honestly. Like, a few of the ones at the top remained the same, but it's really the middle and the bottom pack that kind of switched around a little bit a couple times for me. So, even though I'm saying that this list is for right now, it can actually change further down the line. If I just change my opinion on something, like that. But this is what I rank it as of right now, but it could change in the future. So, starting off, we're going to go with What If. So, What If, I really like the concept of What If. It was a great anime series, anthology series of sorts, but also, too, it was kind of coming together towards the end. With getting all these characters, the Watcher getting all these characters together and taking down Ultron and stuff. So, honestly, it was a very interesting animated show, and I like the way the animation was and all that stuff. It was very interesting. The way each episode acted as an anthology episode, standing on its own, but later on coming together in the finale and all that. So honestly, it was a very interesting series, like I was saying, and I like the concept of it. I'm glad that it is getting season 2, and I like the overall way that they're actually going to bring in some of the what if stuff, especially with the upcoming movie of Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. It's definitely going to be interesting to see what implications from this show actually, affect the sort of live action versions of these movies and shows coming in the future. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see. But yeah, next up on the list is going to be Black Widow. So Black Widow, kind of went back and forth on it. I really did like the movie Black Widow. But like a lot of people, and a lot of people agree, it was a little late to have a Black Widow movie. The character died in Endgame many years ago, and then they finally decided to give us a movie for Black Widow when the Black Widow movie should came out at least 5 years before that. Like, honestly, like if it was set up, came out during the time of like the actual time it was set up in between, right before Infinity War and, after Civil War and stuff like that, it would have been a great spot to, put it in between there, like the way it's set up. And it would have been a great addition in that lineup back then. But like, it just felt like the movie was a little bit late. The movie was good, yeah, but it just felt like it was a little bit late and stuff like that. I do like the added addition of the character of Yelena. She has become a fan favorite, especially in the Black Widow movie, and then coming into the Hawkeye series, she has become such a fan favorite amongst a lot of Marvel fans. So yeah, that was a great addition of her, adding her in the movie and then having her now in the MCU. So yeah, that was also a great addition. Next up on the list is going to be the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Now, I really like this series. It honestly was like this middle pack was honestly really hard to like rank these ones. So like I was saying before, it was really hard to rank the middle pack of these shows and movies and stuff. And honestly, it could change. Like actually, a little bit ways back, I had this one actually kind of higher on the list, but like reflecting and going back on some of the stuff and looking back on some of the stuff, this is where it lands for me right now. But it could definitely change in the future. So next spot, Falcon and Winter Soldier. Like I really like this series. I like the the banter and everything, the chemistry that Bucky and Sam had in the show, and I like the way that Sam becomes Captain America by the time the finale of the show. That was very cool, and his suit looks so awesome. Definitely awesome suit. And I just like everything really about the way this episode, this series was playing out and stuff like that. It's really interesting series, and I definitely cannot wait to see these characters again if they're getting another season to the show, or I believe they're supposed to be coming out with the Captain America, a fourth Captain America movie starring them. So it's going to be interesting to see them come back, and I'm excited for them to come back. All right, next up on the list is going to be Hawkeye. So this is the more recent one that came out back in December, or finished in December. And honestly, I did like this series. It was a good, nice kind of series. Happening around Christmas time, the holidays and stuff going on, and honestly, it was a nice series for Hawkeye, and him getting his own kind of project to do something with. And you had the added characters in there, like especially Kate Bishop in there and stuff, and then Echo, she will begin her series in the near future. Also, too, we get the return of Kingpin. We know, like, it's been heavily rumored that he was returning, or we're gonna, like, if they acknowledge the Netflix shows of the Daredevil and all that other shows that were on Netflix, but we finally got Kingpin in the MCU now, officially played by Vincent D'Onofrio, which is very exciting news, and I can't wait to see what he does in the future. It's definitely going to be very interesting. All right, next up on the list is going to be WandaVision. WandaVision, I highly did enjoy WandaVision. One of the a very great series that premiered at the beginning of 2021, and this one kind of had mixed reviews. A lot more people actually did end up liking it, but there was a few people that didn't like it as much. But honestly, I liked the way the storytelling was. Honestly, it was very good storytelling in my opinion. Some very good, interesting episodes they had in there, and just overall, like, the acting and just the story behind it, and just going, like, the point of view from Scarlet Witch's, or Wanda's point of view from this series, like seeing her point of view, and just the overall grief that she had to go through in this series was honestly amazing acting by everybody, but honestly amazing acting by Elizabeth Olsen on her part. Like, she did such an amazing job in the series, and honestly, I highly enjoyed this series, and definitely cannot wait to see her in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and all the implications that she will be, having in that movie. So definitely going to be interesting to see her. Next up is going to be Eternals. Now, this is a very divisive kind of movie for Marvel fans alike. Some people liked it. Some people didn't even like it at all. And actually, according to Rotten Tomatoes, it was actually the lowest rated Marvel movie for in the MCU for, according to critics. Like, it got the lowest score. And honestly, I liked it. Like, me personally, I did like it for the most part. And I don't know, just some people didn't end up liking it. But honestly, I did enjoy it for the most part. Seeing the movie a couple times already, and honestly, I still enjoy watching it sometimes. So, that's why I put on this spot on the list, because actually is actually honestly pretty good to me. All right, next up is going to be Loki series. Loki series was pretty awesome, I gotta say. Especially the implications it had, especially coming in the near future, and just overall for, like, the multiverse, and then bringing in Kang. Uh, as the Kang was sort of villain in there, and then just introducing him into the MCU, and we're gonna be getting him in future installments for the MCU. So definitely gonna be interesting to see what the implications of this series provide for the future of the MCU. And I definitely enjoyed the series. Seeing Loki. Loki has always been a fan favorite for people, and just him getting his own series, and being able to have him in the MCU still is honestly awesome. Next up on the list is going to be Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Now, this was a nice surprise. Bringing in the martial arts and Asian kind of, background and all that into this movie, and bringing it into the MCU was a very awesome addition. And I highly enjoyed the movie. Everything about the movie was good. Story, choreography, martial arts, and all that stuff. Bringing in the movie, and the cinematography was awesome too. Having a setting, and just seeing all those set pieces and all that, everything just was honestly came together nicely, like pretty well done. And honestly, just everything, like, I liked everything about the movie pretty much. I cannot wait to see Shang-Chi and in the future installments for the MCU. All right, so at the number one spot, y'all already know what this is going to be. It's going to be Spider-Man No Way Home. This was such an amazing, awesome, epic movie. Like, just me seeing it multiple times in theaters should tell you that I love this movie. Honestly, I love this movie. I cannot say enough good things about this movie. Honestly, it's such an awesome movie. It's so amazing, so epic. The inclusions of bringing in Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, and some of the Spider-Man past villains from previous Spider-Man movies was awesome and amazingly done. They were able to fit the villains into the story without really just having them there for fan service, and just, speaking of fan service, they knocked it out the park with the fan service and nostalgia, but actually making it sense, making it on point with the story of the movie. And honestly, they did a awesome, wonderful job with this movie. I cannot I cannot wait to see it again. Honestly, I love this movie. It's so amazing. It's so awesome. I'm definitely glad we were able to get this movie soon. At this time, and such an amazing experience watching this movie. But that's going to do it for my ranking for the Marvel Cinematic Universe projects and properties that came out during the year of 2021. Let me know down in the comments below what would your ranking be for these. Definitely like to hear y'all thoughts on that. But that's going to do it for this video. Hope you all enjoyed it. Remember, if you want to be a part of Team Legendary, all you got to do is subscribe and turn notifications on so you know when I post another video. Hope you all have an awesome day. And remember, be legendary.